Adam J. live from downtown Herndon, GB GreenBrilliance Studios. We join you today with Jacob Montoya, Business Development Executive. I love that title. From Credit Human, as we partner in crime with a no dealer fee option for you sales representatives and homeowners out there. Today we have a very, very special guest, Mr. Jacob Montoya. Did I say that right? Montoya?
Close enough.
I want to help me.
It's Montoya.
I'm not going to get that, but Mr. Jacob Powerlifter, I'm scared right now. I'm scared he's going to literally chase me down. He's all the way from Texas. He flew here. I told him, just don't hurt me. You're strong, dude. Come on.
I appreciate that.
You're strong. Business Development Executive from Credit Human. Did I get that?
That is correct.
DDE. We were going over it right before the show.
Yes, sir.
How was the flight?
It was exciting, to say the least.
Talk to me about it.
Just delay after delay, but it was, I think at the end of it all, just coming all the way over here to see you and be on the show made it all worthwhile.
No, so honestly, like I would love to say that we were trying to get you on the show for months and months, but you and Credit Human, you like literally came to GreenBrilliance with open arms. We expressed the idea when we onboarded off your extremely exaggerated wait list, which we'll talk about, we'll get into. And I kind of expressed the idea, but I don't think you thought I was serious. But about 3-4 weeks ago, I asked, and you're like, I'm gonna talk to the powers that be, and I got a text message. I think it was like we talked on Friday, and I got a text message on Monday, and it was like, I'm coming down, or technically coming northeast-ish on the plane.
Yes, sir.
You could have just drove. Would have been a road trip.
I thought about it, but no, I wanted to see you sooner rather than later.
You know what you did do though. This is this was a very, very good gift from Credit Human. Okay, it's where is this from?
That's from Schatz Meat Market in Helotes, Texas.
So my family and I did get into this a little bit over the weekend, and we're not promoted by Schatz. Yeah, Schwartz. The sausage is amazing, and so I'd like to think that GreenBrilliance is very special for getting this entry gift into Credit Human. It's beautiful. So thank you. I wanted to thank you on air. Notice I didn't really give you a call about it. Thank you.
I appreciate that. Thank you, and you're welcome.
So Jacob, tell me a little bit about yourself. We can talk about your powerlifting background, or more so like you're just entry level into banking, and the fact that you've been with Credit Human, our new partner, our new banking affiliate, for literally almost as long as GreenBrilliance has been in business. I think a little over 17 years.
So as much as I'd like to claim the title of powerlifter, I'm not. I'm just an old man trying to keep up with a 3-year-old. So that doesn't tell a lot of exercise. So thank you for that. As far as the banking background goes, been in about 20 plus years. I started off in the mortgage industry.
Okay.
And then in about 2011, got into this program, started doing this type of financing. We initially kicked it off with home improvement type projects. We did a lot of windows and HVAC. And then fast forward to 2022, we got into the green space. So then that's when we started diving into solar, geothermal. As I've shared, we're trying to get into the water capture market, and we're still continuing in the home improvement space as well.
All right. So if I need some windows, I can come to you.
We got you.
No, it's funny actually, and we'll get to it. But like when you do an application, when you're behind the scenes, like there's a portal, and it's like it's listing different categories of what you guys do, and there was just one. It was just like other. I'm like, well, what is other? I mean, I thought this was just a solar, like a solar loan. Like it was kind of cool. Okay, well, I mean, 17 years. Why have you stuck with Credit Human?
Credit Human's a great company. I guess once you get hooked, then you're riding it out. And
there's a pension I don't know about.
There's a good pension, good benefits, a great culture. One of the more recent initiatives is just our approach to sustainability. So we really believe in what we finance, and it's just great to be part of it.
And we're going to get to why I believe in what you finance in a moment. But first and foremost, this meat company came from Texas. You guys are based out of Texas as well?
Yes, we are. We're based out of San Antonio, Texas.
All right. Fair enough. Hence the last name.
Hence the last name? Yes. Montoya's fine.
Still getting it wrong.
So there's a movie from the 80s called The Princess Bride.
Okay.
So your homework after this is to go check it out.
All right.
And it'll shed some light on my last name.
Fair enough. All right. I'm with a celebrity. I already knew it. I knew it. He's been doing with me the whole time. Let's talk a little bit about Credit Human. I think you guys have been in business since 1935, which is a staggering statistic, especially for a bank that finances solar, especially when we're dealing with banks that have went under recently, like Sonova.
Mosaic.
We're really digging it. Talk to me a little bit about the bank and the culture.
So we are a credit union that was established in 1935. We are 100% member owned. And so we're definitely trying to do best by our members and be good stewards of our members' resources. As far as our culture goes, we are just very mission driven. Like I shared, that we are really believe in sustainability. We are fortunate to have the greenest building in Texas, located on 1703 Broadway. So we also have a website, 1703broadway.com, if you're interested in learning more about it.
Okay.
But yeah, we're just
what does the green building entail? Just LED lights? That's just not a green building.
we have a megawatt of solar.
Oh.
We have 150 geothermal wells. We have a pretty nifty water capturing system, and then just ultra high efficiency, high energy envelope. Just everything that you can think of that would help make a building greener.
All right. So as you're actually backing this up, we'll do a podcast over there, and I'll have to actually, I need to see if you're not just making it up.
You should come. We'll do it from the rooftop.
I love it. Can we do that? Yeah. All right. Fair enough. Let's dig into the product offerings. So the Credit Human product offerings. Like, what are we doing for homeowners for a residential solar project?
So we offer a multitude of products. We offer what we call our same as cash with payment loans. We have some unsecured loans, and then we have some secured products as well. I think with the green space, so much more with the solar is our 20-year 799 solar loan.
Okay.
Zero dealer fee. That seems to be kind of the bread and butter.
Say the last part one more time.
Zero dealer fee.
Oh, zero dealer. One more time.
Zero dealer fee.
All right, keep going. I wanted to hear that.
So that seems to be kind of our bread and butter with solar dealers. It's just it's an enticing product. It's very competitive in the space, and it allows for solar to be sold at a much more reasonable price. We try to do right by our dealers and by our future members by offering such product.
All right. Fair enough. Well, I mean, you almost had me at zero dealer fee, but there's something else that really has nothing to do with Credit Human, at least right now, that I know of. What is that? I know what it is.
The ITC.
It is the ITC. It is the ITC. And we'll go into a little bit more on the ITC, but you guys don't, I don't want to say don't care about the ITC, but you don't utilize the ITC. It's not really in your pitch. There's no 200 now, and then in 18 months, it's $5,000. Am I wrong?
No, you were correct. So we see it as kind of that whole pitch concept is really a disservice to the dealer and to the members. So what we do is we structure our loan so that the customer is making the same payment through the duration of the loan. If they choose to apply the tax credit, great, awesome. We want that. We definitely want them to pay it off sooner rather than later. However, it's not a requirement, and we don't want to give them any kind of misleading information or confuse them in any way. We want their payment to be straight right out of the gate, again, through the duration of the loan. We do allow them the opportunity to reamortize their loan up to 3 times over the life of the loan with the minimum of a 10% principal payment, which that tax credit could come into play. But again, it's not required.
Well, and actually, let's get into it now. And a little unorthodox. I had a LinkedIn post put out when this big, I'm just going to say the BBB, all right, the big not so beautiful bill was right before it was passed. And I mean, literally, it was something entitled to "We will weather the storm." I believe in the tax credit, and I think the tax credit, when it pertains to the ITC pertaining to solar, the non-refundable tax credit, it can do a lot of good for the homeowner, okay, and for various entities. There's nothing wrong with it, but there's a couple things that we need to understand. It is non-refundable, and unfortunately, it is going away. So with that said, as it goes away. The weathering the storm part, as I see the silver lining is pairing up with banks like you, Credit Human, that really don't factor the ITC in. It's not in a sales pitch from any sales representative. Case in point, I was at a home. This was about a week and a half ago, okay? And I was going over a project with a homeowner that one of our sales representatives had already closed, okay? And, we were doing a couple site pictures and going over a couple things. It was a very, very large system. And on large systems, or if just the homeowner requests it, we'll come out to the home. We'll do some extra love, okay? And this was before the Good Leap verification call. The homeowner had asked me again, please, if you could just explain this difference between this, I'm just using basic figures. I think it was $215. And then at 18 months later, I think it was like 307, 308, something along those lines. And I was very honest, had to be, you have to pay 30% of this total loan, okay, within 18 months. Yeah. Or you're looking at a $300 payment per month. Well, there was some confusion again, even though we had already explained it. It's totally understandable because, again, I thought we were going solar to save money, and we still were. I mean, this project was still doing justice by the homeowner. It's a very large system. It was 123% offset. But with that said, we explained again in detail, to get this 214 or 215 static, you have to pay 30% of the loan down, okay? Well, what about the ITC? What about the tax credit? I'm like, as far as I know, you're qualified for the non-refundable tax credit as long as we install this residential system by the end, and it's up and running by the end of December, okay, before next year. Well, what if I have no tax liability? I can't really get into detail past what we've already talked about. I can tell you that it carries over, but that's pretty much it. I just want to be clear, just like our sales rep was, you're not going to get a magical check in the mail. This is a non-refundable deposit. Okay, so we're kind of talking about two different things. Okay, well, I want the 215. I go, again, like, this is all I can really say. So homeowner went, okay, great. Let's do this. Let's actually sign the Good Leap contract, okay? Verification call comes from Good Leap. And I'm sitting there, and this is truly the first time that I personally have been next to someone with a verification call coming in from Good Leap. And it's nothing bad about Good Leap. It's just that the process is extremely confusing. So the person at the Good Leap end was just going over basic information. Do you confirm this? Yes. Do you confirm this? Yes. Was it like this? No. Okay, perfect. And I just want to make sure that we understand that in 18 months, if you haven't paid $30,000 down, your price will increase. And this isn't the exact verbiage, okay, to be very clear. But the homeowner just went, wait, what? You mean I have to pay about $966 a month for the next 18 months? This homeowner did the math, okay? And as she said it out loud, not only was I kind of going, oh man, this doesn't sound that great. And two, the person on the other end of the line with Good Leap just kind of went, I can't really give you any advice, but do you want to move forward? And not in a bad way, and I'm not slamming Good Leap. The whole process was just a little confusing, okay? So, one, I am a fan of just keeping the tax credit out of the equation. 70% of Americans last year did not use the ITC. Man. Okay? 60 to 70% of Americans. So with that said, that entire sales pitch should really have just been revolved around, and it pretty much was, but when you go, you're going to be paying $300 a month. Right below that, it says $215. It doesn't matter how you're going to talk to the homeowner. You're looking at that $215 a month. That's the one thing that I see a positive with this BBB. That's all I'm going to say. Being passed is we're not going to deal with that anymore. Okay. And we get to pivot towards banks like Credit Human who don't have a dealer fee. Okay. They have a opportunity to pay this solar loan off in 20 years. Okay, so we're not at a 25-year mark. We're not at a 30-year mark. In 20 years at a very reasonable rate. And get the tax credit, don't get the tax credit. It is nothing. It's separation of church and state. Does that kind of make sense?
Yes, it does.
I went on for a little bit, but I had to hammer that in. what is your opinion? What do you got?
I agree. So one of the things that we did, again, is that we wanted to do right by our members, wanted to do right by our dealers, and make the process in our loan product as transparent as much as possible. So refrain from the confusion, refrain from any kind of misleading understanding of the way that pans out. So for us to do so, we went ahead and we set the monthly payment, same through the duration of the loan. So, we understand when we first rolled this out, dealers had some question about it because it just didn't flow with what other lenders were doing, right? It wasn't common in the industry.
Sure.
And so, and we're glad we did it. But now it's we're starting to see some of the players in the game that are doing the same. So kudos to them for, following suit. But yeah, I agree. I think it can be very confusing, and I am glad to see that we're making some progress with it.
I want to have a little fun. You said some of the other players in the game. Let's do a little bit of bank versus bank, because we will have a few banks kind of sprouting up, doing some of what Credit Human is doing. Okay. Which is great. I mean, it truly is, no dealer fee and, a reasonable interest rate. But first, give me a second, because this is a very, very long name, and I love them. But it's the very First Climate Bank, powered by One Ethos. I got it. Okay. They were on here a few weeks ago, and they have no dealer fee. All right. And their rate is a 7.992. Okay. Let's do bank versus bank. Why, if I'm the homeowner, why am I going with Credit Human? And it doesn't matter what state I am. I think you guys are all in every state. I mean, we have financing available in all 50 states. So we'll start with that. We are a credit union, so we're not a bank. So we are 100% member owned. And one of the things we try to do is we try to be good stewards of our members' money, our members' resources. So that affords us the opportunity to be able to offer a competitive rate, to be able to offer a zero dealer fee option. But I would say one of the things that really sets us apart is going to be our service. So you, as a dealer, you have a dedicated account manager to start off with. So that is going to be your account manager responsible for training and serving as a resource to you and your team to help acclimate you, get you situated with Credit Human, as well as maintain the relationship all the way through. Now, on the other side of that is that we have service available for every aspect of the loan process. So you have a contact for underwriting, you have a contact for funding. Even in the case of a collection experience, Credit Solutions is what we call it, you're going to have a dedicated resource there. So our service really is what sets us apart. We really try to do right. You'll never call us and go into a customer service limbo. You always have somebody available to help you through any part of the process. They're loyal too. I didn't tell you this, and we talked a good amount before the show. But while you were on vacation, actually, I might have told you this, a week or two back, but you were on vacation and.
What? Me on vacation?
Well, you went somewhere, didn't you? You were out of town. Anyway, I would, Jacob, I'm trying to get a hold of you. Yeah. You always answer your phone too. So I was actually hoping everything was good.
Yeah.
He always answers his phone.
I appreciate it.
Or I'll get a text. I'll call you back like in 3 minutes or 3.5 minutes. And it's in 3.5 minutes. I got a hold of just your general department, and I forgot the guy's name that came on, but he's like, I'm going to help you. I'm going to do as much as I can for you, but I just want, this is Jacob's domain. I just got to make sure that you know that. And as soon as he gets back, that I want to hand this, I'm like, sir, it's all good, man. I appreciate that. Is this how it is in Texas? Barbecue and manners?
Yep. That's what we live by.
It's also what I do like about Credit Human over First Climate are really two things. Okay. Speed and your terms. So again, it's not for everybody. When I mean not for everybody, I mean some people may prefer, First Climate Bank. First Climate Bank does offer a 30-year loan. Okay, yours is a 20. I kind of look at a 15-year mortgage versus a 30. We want to pay it off in 15 years and save some money. And I actually did compare some numbers on the same system, same cost. Total system cost, literally, we were looking at $250 a month versus $282 a month. Okay, because the difference in amortization and so forth over 20 years versus 30 years, there's still no dealer fee. I'm sorry, but I'd rather pay the extra 30, 35 bucks a month and get it paid off in 20 years. The other thing is the speed. Your underwriting process, when we did that loan, I think it was about a week and a half ago with Credit Human. I mean, I'm being very, very conservative. The approval process was under 5 minutes. I want to say it was like 20 seconds. It was between 20 seconds, probably 2 minutes, but under 5 minutes. That's huge because one, I mean, no offense, but the sales representative's probably been there all day, and they want to know if this is going to work or if they can help the homeowner with another option. But from the homeowner's point of view, I mean, if I go to buy a car or if I'm buying a house, my heart is beating if I want that house or I want that car, and I want to know if my loan has been approved.
Yeah.
And obviously, just like any other EPC, we can't start work until the loan has basically the money's there. And so for the instant approval and the ease of use from the sales representative to the homeowner, and then the homeowner, all they do is they get a link.
Correct.
So if they want to do a sales project, if I'm a sales representative and I want to do a project with Credit Human, I've got my GreenBrilliance design, I've got my GreenBrilliance proposal, I send a link. Is that how we?
That is correct. And the link can be completed by either the sales rep or the homeowner. One of the things that we do pride ourselves on is that we understand that your sales reps are out there selling the job, putting everything together, crunching all the numbers. The last thing we want to do is make the financing piece difficult or take longer than it needs to. So we definitely try to simplify that process and put ourselves in the customer and the rep's place.
And you went into that on the onboarding process where you did look like you were going to jump out of the computer and just like wrestle me to death. It's huge. There was a wait list to get onboarded with Credit Human.
So that is true.
Different terminology, vetting process, or you're just not cool enough. I mean, because we had filled out an application and nobody called for a little while.
You guys are definitely cool enough, and so I'll take the bullet on that one. But yeah, there was a wait list. We had quite a few dealers looking to get onboarded with us, and we are at a point where now we are getting caught up, and they've been vetted, and we are working to get as many on as we can. And I'm just glad to say that you guys are there.
Well, we appreciate it. I feel like I'm part of some club.
You are part of the club.
It feels good. I don't know.
You're part of the Texas Meat Club now.
You brought meat. I gotta. Yeah, it's good. The sausage is so good. With that said, what is the vetting process entail?
So typically, what we want to do is just look at the potential for partnership in advance, right? Make sure that the company and Credit Human values, mission align together. So vetting process entails, looking at things such as market reputation, financials, just the business's overall standing, and making sure they're in a place where a partnership amongst both of us would make sense.
All right, paint a vivid picture for me. Was it the Watts of Wisdom podcast on the website that got us through, or what? What did you guys look at?
It started with that because...
What can you say?
Okay, no, I got you. So it started with that. So one of the things I said is that I like that podcast, and I'm going to be on it. And here I am.
We're going to play that over and over again.
But with you guys, with GreenBrilliance specifically, one of the things that really stood out is that you guys are ranked number 6 out of the top 100 solar contractors of 2024. So that was pretty awesome. You guys have a great market reputation. Read lots of good reviews about the business and the work you guys do. Nice to find out that, you guys are very much involved in helping with the underserved communities as well. I know you're sharing with me that project that you're working on.
Mm-hmm.
And so
the
Philadelphia one. Yeah.
Yeah. We did a commercial project, it's called Yeah Philly. I didn't tell you the name. Yeah Philly.
Yeah Philly. All right.
And they serve, youth, victims of violence, domestic violence, crime, basically kids that really just need some guidance. And so we went out there, we did a solar system for them. We went out, I'm talking to you, Adele, behind the camera. We went out and did that last Thursday. It was amazing. I'm sorry, please keep going.
So just taking a look at those things and just looking at us as a partner, it made sense. So
you don't look at my financials or anything?
A little bit. They come into play.
There was a wait list, man. Come on. All right, fair enough. So long story short, Credit Human Jacob, you go ahead. You say the last name for me. Jacob
Montoya.
There we go. Do you speak Spanish?
A little bit.
A little bit. All right, I'm not gonna mess with this. Anything else that we have to look forward to with Credit Human? Anything that really? What's this call to action as you speak? These are your final words, man, before we send you off back down to Texas, the great state of Texas.
All right. So look forward is that we are doing some new things. We're excited about the future. We are getting ready to one of the downsides to Credit Human, unfortunately, is that we still work in the manual realm. So we have a lot of manual processes. Technology is not our strong suit. However, we will be rolling out a new CRM and software system here in the next couple months, and we're excited to get that up and running to make integration and that part of the business a lot easier for our partnership.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Jacob, it has been a sincere pleasure. Thanks for coming all the way up northeast with some meat to visit GreenBrilliance at GB Studios. We are fully backing you, my friend.
All right.
Let's take care of our homeowners.
I appreciate you having me, sir. Thank you so much for the time, and look forward to our partnership.
All right, my man.
All right.
Adam J. Live, about to sign off with Jacob Montoya, Business Development Director from Credit Human, offering a no dealer fee. I'm going to say it again, no dealer fee option for you homeowners out there and sales reps worldwide.